We now have the speech on behalf of the awardees by Dr. Chishi. We are very happy to see you. Thank you.
I can say the world is waiting up for me, that I call my own. Through the dark.
My tech
is so fast, and we need to be very well informed about the global scenario, the local and the global contexts, and we also have to know that new trends are invading every aspect of our children's life and our lives as well, especially the younger generation, the so-called the millennials. And we are dealing with the millennials every day. Imagine, even teachers, some of our teachers are millennials. And this is something that is really, going to be very difficult to handle. Just an example, a small example. Think about the Korean culture that has just come in so fast and are really, taking our children so fast away from our culture. I'm not saying that the Korean culture is bad. Please don't misunderstand me. But it has become the trend of the day. Imagine the makeups, the food, the music, the language, the clotheslines, even the hairstyles. The dances and everything. Oh my gosh. All Korean. Well, it's good. It's not only Korean, but it's also any other cultures. The hip hop or whatever culture that has come in so much. We like it. I like it too. I enjoy it. But sometimes I'm just worried. I'm scared whether we have just picked this up because it has come through various mediums to us. But have we really inherited some of the genuine cultures of the Koreans, their lifestyle, their discipline? Do we enter the rooms removing our shoes? Just one example. Are we clean enough to say, no, all your chapels and your shoes have to be outside? It's a holy place. You go inside without your shoes. Or do we jump up to our beds with our shoes on? The imbalance, what I'm trying to say is the imbalance. And this is the kind of a trend that teachers are grappling with. We teachers have to be grounded. That's why I say we should not be swept off our feet. It's very dangerous, and we must know and goad our learners carefully and properly while appreciating them. We are simply appreciating without really trying to goad them in the direction that they should go. that simple appreciation is not sufficient. We must be tech savvy today. Many of us are lagging behind in this. But since we now live in technology-driven world, all have gone Wi-Fi, all have gone interneting, all netting businesses, nothing is manual. Imagine. We become so handicapped unless we upgrade ourselves. And that is the need of the day for teachers. We are compelled to be equipped all round to understand and reach the level desired by our learners. But we need to know before we act, else we will be left embarrassed. The copy-paste generation is very smart to outwit us, and that's a fact. They will brand us as dodos and dinosaurs. It's all right. We should not be disappointed. We need not be, frustrated. But we need to keep our ground. We know what is virtue. We know the values. And that is very important for teachers. Let's listen to what they have to say. It's important. We need to listen to what they say. They are young minds. They have many things to say. They have different thoughts. Their views are different. Our minds should be open to what they have to express and say. But we need to be wise, not to be trapped in our ignorance. We cannot make mistakes as mentors on account of our ignorance. Mistakes come, but not on account of our incompetence and our ignorance. We need to be competent enough. That's the reason why I first of all, take you to revisit the aspect of being competent, to be well informed, and to know what we are supposed to do as teachers. The second lane that I would like to take you to is to ask each of us as teachers to live with integrity. Integrity is very well spoken of. On many occasions, even in the church, our life is the great... Can I get a water, please? Water. Thank you. Our life is the greatest lesson and the best book. It's the best book students can read and learn from. Living with integrity brings completeness in any responsible person. Integrity is one of the most character-defining attributes a person can have, and we must have it as teachers. Talk about the many cliches, overused words. When I say cliches, I'm saying, think about the overused words like be committed, be dedicated, be punctual, be patient, hardworking, humble, disciplined, faithful, honest, truthful, and loving, caring, motivating, inspiring, and giving, fair, upright, just, etc. So many such words, instructions, and utterances that come to teachers, and we continue to let it go to the students as well. All these utterances and talks seems to be getting obsolete today. It's sad, especially to the young learners and even to the young educators. Everything is no for them. When we start instructing them with these virtues and these values, it's a no. We know everything. You don't have to say so many things. Why do you have to repeat so much or say so much and things like that? But we have to inculcate what to do. Our duty as teachers, we need to inculcate. Even if young minds are unable to understand, I tell you, these qualities of head and heart can never go outdated. And the only way to accept and value these virtues is to live with integrity and inculcate them to our learners. The virtues and qualities required of every teacher is encapsulated in that very word, integrity, which is very hard, of course, but it connects, this word connects with every good that we know about. And if you have this, your conscience will never allow you to go wrong. You will then be a real model, a trend setter, a showstopper, as young people call it, and an inspiration, a motivator, an example, a teacher worthy of emulation. I pray that you all be it. Thirdly and lastly, I'll be quick. Be a teacher for all seasons. This I have taken from a poem written by a German writer, Joanna Fuchs. She wrote a poem on a teacher for all seasons. And there she has likened a teacher to the 4 seasons of the year. We all know, literally and universally, we have 4 seasons: spring, summer, autumn or fall, and winter. I don't mean to say that teachers should go to school in all these seasons without being absent. No, that's not what it means. But we need to be a teacher of all seasons, be it in good times, in bad times. Sometimes you have challenges, sometimes you may not have it. Sometimes your batch of students are good, brilliant students, sometimes they are mediocre. And you don't have to be disappointed because your students have not performed well. There's a chance for everybody. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. Sometimes you're not happy because of your administrators. Maybe you have not gone well in your relationship with your administrators or with the authorities. But that's not enough. That's too small a matter to kill your spirit of teaching and educating. It's petty, I should say. It's petty. You are not supposed to change your style of functioning because of these petty things that come your way. Rather, take it as a challenge and say, well, this is what I desire to be in all circumstances and in all situations. Whether you deal with the young minds or with the older children, and whether you are faced with all kinds of difficulties while teaching, for many reasons, the contextual reasons, it is so important for a teacher not to give up, but to say, this is my passion. And if you have the passion, nothing will stop you from doing what you think is good and right to bring up your children, the students, the learners. A teacher must be a teacher for all seasons. Think about spring. Every season has its own distinctive features. And think about spring. When spring comes, the young buds are sprouting. After the dry season, you see that, the buds are sprouting, the greens are showing. It's like our small children, our little children. They're sprouting. It's our duty to nurture, to mold, and to take care of them so that they are not destroyed. And, we have a hope that they will grow up and they will do well. Our duty is to look after them and nurture them. Come summer, and you see the lush green leaves, the different colors of summer, the flowers that bloom, the fruits that bear, the trees that bear fruit. And there's so much of plenty of green around you, there's so much of life, which can be compared to the youthful days, the children, the students in their youthful days. I think it's very important for teachers like us to remember that the most vibrant part of life is the youth, and we need to take care of them. We cannot just let them be, but we need to take care of them. So in their youthful age, when it's summer, our teachers have great roles to play. We need to prune them. If they're going out of tune, I think we need to retune them. If the branches are spreading out too much, you need to cut them and prune them, clip them a little bit. These are things that our teachers should be doing. Just taking one example each. Think about autumn, where everything is ripening. The sun has conspired with the season to bring fruits to its fullness, ripen to the core. We enjoy it, the aroma of the fruits that come. You have already reached that stage where you rejoice in the fruitfulness of your children or your students. What you have pruned, what you have nurtured in the early stage, now have gone full bloom, and now they have already borne fruits. We rejoice in it. But come winter, things can be very dry and cold. Everything seems to have died down. That's when we feel, oh, where have things gone wrong? But as teachers, I think we need to bring warmth to our own lives as well as to our children. Even when they have failed, things have gone wrong with them. I think it's good for us not to give up. To be tenacious is very important for a teacher. And when winter comes, let us be tenacious so that we don't give up, but we see that if winter has come, spring is not far behind, isn't it? So winter has come, but with spring, we can expect new sprouts. And that should be our mentality. And that should be our expectation and outlook. We need to be positive. And with that attitude, if we work hard, there will be gratitude. Our attitude must be good if you want to harvest gratitude. Today was a Teacher's Day, and I want to just end up this way. The first few messages that came to me were for my students. I never expected them to greet me and to wish me, but many of them are now older people, like my student here who received an award. They are married people with the children, with families, but they still remembered me and they wished me. I was very happy. It made my day. I just replied them, you made my day. Somewhere, people have not forgotten us. And that's the joy, we really enjoy that. And therefore, teachers, we needn't be disappointed even when we face certain situations in life. Be happy. God gave you this talent to teach. And because of you, you have people today. And even in the future, you will have people. Never think that you will be forgotten. Your students will still give you that gratitude which is due to you. And that is the joy that we have. Even at the end of our lives, when we are nearing the end of our lives, when we've grown old, when our students wish us as teachers and wish us during these occasions, we are the happiest people. So may heaven knows the best. Heaven knows the best. And heaven has chosen you to be a teacher. And therefore, let us be committed to what we are doing. Be passionate. Be passionate about what you are doing. And you will never be tired. You will never say that, I'm tired. But you will continue to be a motivator and a person to inspire many, many more generations to come. May God bless all of you. May God richly reward all of you. You will never regret, and I wish you all a very happy day today. Enjoy your day, and please take my greetings once again. Thank you very much. Lastly, to my students, you are very few of you. I have no words for you, but quickly that comes to my mind, something that quickly comes to my mind. If I don't give you a word, I think you would not feel very good. Just remember that, there are 3 contributors to your life. I'll just tell you only this. There are 3 contributors to your life: God, your parents, and your teachers. God, the supreme authority over everything, who gave you life and everything, including your parents and your teachers. But in this world, you have your parents to make your life worthwhile. But you have your teachers who will make you live well. And in this, I want to quote Alexander the Great, who said, "I'm indebted to my father for giving me a living, for making me live, but I'm indebted to my teachers for making me live well." The word well is so important. You will live well if you learn from your teachers, if you respect them, honor them, and learn from them. You live well. Your parents may not be able to give you what your teachers give. It's so important. Honor, respect them, and I pray that each of you, students, will also become very, very useful and prosperous and mighty people, great people, to take care of the generation today and for the future.
I would like to extend my gratitude to the organizing committee for giving me this opportunity to stand on behalf of the awardees. Further, I'd like to extend my gratitude to my principal and vice principal for your trust in me, as well as to my dear wife and my colleagues in my school, and my dear students, for your constant support and encouragement. Today, you are all a part of this award that I received today. Thank you so much. Further, I would like to express my gratitude to the Principal Director and the subordinate officers of Department of School Education, Kohima, District Education Officer and the staff, Selection Committee for the Dimapur District Teachers Award 2022, the district administration and all the stakeholders of the Teachers Day Award 2022. Thank you all. I, on behalf of the awardees, would like to extend our gratitude for the recognition that you have rendered to us. I'm so honored today to stand in front of one of my teachers. She is no other than our special guest, Madam Kuholi Chishi. She was my teacher during my college days in Fazil Ali College, Maokchong. Her proficiency in teaching, if I count in numbers and figures, she has all the numbers and figures with her. Thank you so much, madam, for the inspiration to me and to all the souls that you have come across. Thank you so much. Today, I take this privilege to share a few thoughts. Change is inevitable. The advancement in technology has resulted in a tremendous change in all the aspects of our life. In the academic sector, the penetration of technology has resulted in a paradigm shift in the teaching and learning process. Technology has become a link between the teachers and the students. Moreover, with the introduction of National Education Policy 2020, it has increased the responsibility as well as uplifted the responsibility of the students and as well as the teachers. And I believe and encourage my fellow teachers to embrace and adopt. And I believe that adaptability is the key. In the flow of knowledge from the teachers to the students. And on the other hand, if we look into the reality of the classroom situation, we are now dealing with a generation of students, those who are devoid of classroom for about 2 years. And according to me, the consequences of the deterioration of values, classroom ethics, as well as discipline among the students as a result of the closure of schools. And according to me, the consequences will be felt gradually in the years to come. And therefore, I encourage all my fellow teachers to take the responsibility to instill inculcate discipline as well as the values and ethics. Therefore, in conclusion, I call out to all the teachers of our land to move out of our comfort zone and swim along with the current to be an effective channel in dissemination of knowledge. And on the other hand, I strongly challenge my fellow teachers to be grounded and firm in the values that we stand for and initiate change in the lives of our children. And as the Chinese proverb says, give me a fish, I eat for the day. Teach me to fish, I eat for a lifetime. Indeed, my fellow teachers, we have a big responsibility ahead. But with bigger responsibility comes bigger blessing. God bless us all. Thank you so much.
Nagaland TV, Sob Manulaga Awas. Watch us live on Geo TV and on your television sets as well. For Dimapur viewers, we are on channel number 994 in Global Chapter, and Kohima and Mokokchung viewers, switch to channel number 138 on Hornbill Digital. For all news and updates, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter.